Hey all, Borg here from Borg Tries to Fix It. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I have been super busy on a surprise car for my sister. So my sister wanted a convertible. My dad and I decided we'd try and find one in Florida. And until I was sure that I could get it all fixed and get it up to her, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. So I filmed some of it, but I was under the gun. I only had weekends to finish it for like a month. So I filmed what I could, and so this video is me putting together what I did film of the process of fixing it up to give to her. Anyway, it's a 2000 Mercedes Benz CLK320 convertible. So without further ado, let's get into these videos. Okay, so this is a 2000 Mercedes CLK320, so it's got the 6-cylinder. On camera it does look really good. It's got these kind of aftermarket wheels. I don't know, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to get a set of the original wheels that goes on the car. It's in pretty good shape considering, especially with the deal I got for it. The two issues are the convertible top does not go down. At least it goes down manually, but it doesn't go down, with the switch. And then the other problem is the interior is rough. This door handle out. If you look at the other side, there is no door handle. The seats had these covers on them because they're a little rough. A little bit of wear on the steering wheel. And back seat, same deal, kinda dirty. And a little bit of the headliner is cut out around the window. I'm not overly concerned about that because the reason to have this is to have the top down. So overall, not bad at all. So I do have my work cut out for me. This is not original. This someone did because I'm guessing it was leaking here. The cover doesn't leak now, and like I said, whole point of this thing is to have the top down, but I don't hate it. It actually looks pretty decent. But anyway, so that's the new project. Okay, check this out. I got all this stuff from a local junkyard that had one of these CLKs in it. I got 2 better seats. Take a look. This one had come apart at the seam here and come apart at the seam here, and I just stitched those up, cleaned up both of those seats. We have this, which kind of goes right on the header. There are your lights and everything. This always has a crack in it in the car, so this is a much nicer one. We got another center console, which doesn't have the blistering here like the one in the car. And then we got an entire set of carpets. Obviously this stuff is not new, it is used, but I got a great price on this stuff. So this is going to help out a lot. Alright, so I got the seats out, I didn't film it. But you can see the carpet definitely needs some help. Alright, next I'm going to take out the rear seat and we're going to get this center console out of there. Okay, so the interior is out. Except for the door panels, because I don't have replacements for those, so still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with those. They're hard to find, so I might have to just clean up what we got. Most amazing thing is, even though it's a convertible, hardly any kind of rust on these floors, even though I know water has been getting in here a little bit. So overall this looks great. So today's curveball was there was a little funniness on the handle opening this driver's side door, so I took off the door panel, and I'm glad I did because this door actuator crumbled, fell apart, things broke. So quick trip to the junkyard, and I got a pretty solid quality one in pretty good shape, so we're gonna put this in there and hopefully that'll take care of it. Okie dokie, that's all in, and there we go. All right, another thing fixed. Okay, so the carpet is in, and I gotta say it looks good. Not bad at all. Look at the other side. Oh, oh, this just needs to be pushed up in there. All right. Not bad for 20 bucks, huh? Gotta love that junkyard. All right, center console's next. Okay, the center console is in. New radio in there too. Haven't turned anything on yet because the battery's still disconnected. I chipped the corner of this right here when putting that in, of course, so I gotta fix that. We're not gonna talk about how long it took me to do that, but it is in. I believe everything's connected correctly. We'll know for sure once I get the seats in here and I attach the battery again. Okay, so I was just taking a look at the rotors and the brakes here, and I mean, rotor doesn't look too bad, but if you look right here, one of the lug bolts is broken off in there, so I'm gonna have to change these rotors out. It's the same on the other side. The fronts are okay, so let me just put the camera over here and we'll get this done. Okay, so if we're looking at this, bring in real close, this is what we're trying to get to. And if you look on the back side here, there's a couple of threads sticking out. So what I'm going to try and do is get some penetrating oil on this, get a vice grip on there, and see if we can't force it through this way. Okay, update. I have the front bumper taken off the Mercedes here, and I've sanded it down, getting it ready for a coat or two of paint. One of the issues was it was peeling here, and it was all discolored right here. You can't really see it on the video, and now that I've sanded it, you know, whatever. But we're going to clean that up a little bit more and then get some paint on that. Alright, and then going through the house, I found a new door panel for the driver's side, but it was black. And this is what it looks like after the first coat of paint. The best part was it had the handle on it. So that's going to be great. I don't have to make a handle or anything for this. So this is after one coat of paint. I got a couple more coats of paint, and we're going to take it from there. So yeah, things are going well. Okay. So here's the bumper after a couple coats of base color. I haven't put the clear coat on. That's next. Still got to dry for a little bit before we do that. It's looking like it's going to be darker than what's on the car. But unfortunately right now the die is cast and we're just going to have to go with it. Okay, so while the front bumper's off for painting, we're going to swap out these headlights. I got a set at the junkyard and I hit them with the headlight restorer so they're not as yellow and they're much clearer. And there's also no fraying wires or anything in the back of the new set like there is in the old set. So first let me get the old ones out and I'll put the new ones in. Okay, so paint correction. So this is a couple step process to try and brighten up the paint. Now, one of the issues with this paint is I don't know if we'll be able to see it on the camera, but when it's in bright sunlight you can see very small scratches all through the paint. Now, getting rid of these is usually pretty difficult, so I'm not really too optimistic we can do that, but what I am going to do is try and disguise them with shine. So like I said, three-step process. First step is the car is clean, so you wash the car. So it's actually four-step process. After that you use some clay to get off any debris from the paint, and then you polish in two steps. First step with rubbing compound, and second step with a kind of an ultra polish to bring out the shine. So I'm going to kind of take you through that, at least the first two steps here today, and then I'll probably do the, the polishing and the super polishing and then waxing after that. But anyway, let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay, first step is the mudding. Sorry, mudding. What am I talking about? Like doing drywall or something? Anyway, first step is the claying. Use a detailing solution and just a piece of clay. And all you're doing is you're just going to wet the surface and rub it down to try and get the debris off the surface. Anything that's, small pieces of dirt, because you don't want that digging into the paint. So yeah, a little bit of dirt. Okay, and you want to wipe it dry. Okay, now we're going to do the compound stage. I use this stuff. I actually use both stages. So this is an ultra cut compound, so this is going to really dig into the clear coat and get rid of some of the scratches. And then the next one will be bring out the shine. So we just put a little bit on the pad here. Okay. Kind of get it on the car there, and then go to town. Alright, wipe off the excess. Okay, so now the next thing we gotta take care of is the top here is completely open. So what I'm gonna do is sew it a little bit, and then we're gonna put kind of a flexible sealing material on top of it. The other side is okay as far as the actual seam, but we'll put that flexible material here. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I've got a stitch running all the way and it's loose right now. So now what I'm going to do is go back to the beginning and tighten it, fold a piece under, tighten it, fold a piece under, and then we'll see what it looks like. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, stitch is done. Here it is, all the way down. And this is pulled tight, so that's as tight as it's going to be. Not perfect, but not bad. So now I'm just going to go over it with the Aqua Seal stuff, which should keep the water out. Go over the other side too. Overall, not bad. Okay, so today is the day. We're headed towards the auto train and up to New Hampshire to get this car to my sister. So this is about as good as it's going to get. We got it all cleaned and polished. Came out pretty good. The new bumper, well, not new bumper, but painted bumper, looks much nicer here. And then our redone interior. Carpets are much nicer. Seats aren't bad. Alright. Got our newer radio down there. Hopefully this holds. This is the Aqua Seal put here because it does look like it's going to rain today. But if it leaks a little bit, not the end of the world. There's the Aqua Seal on the other side. Unfortunately, it hides all my really nice stitching. But anyway, there it is. So, get this show on the road. Okay, so this is the craziness. There's the car. Right here. And a bunch of other cars. And over there you can see the trains where they actually put them on. Really, really cool. Okay, status report, children. Shit hit the fan. The old radiator here, sorry this is on my phone and I'm exhausted, started leaking. So I went to a local junkyard in Baltimore and we're at Walmart and we just replaced the radiator with an old one, but
it seems to be not leaking. So I'm just waiting for the car to get up to temperature so that the thermostat pops open. And if all's good there, we're gonna hit the road again. But that was a nice 3-hour sojourn. Okay, status report. I made it. It's 1 a.m. and let me show. So since we started out this morning, 512 miles, average 28.1 miles per gallon, not bad. That includes all the running around, getting the radiator and everything from the junkyard. So not bad. I am exhausted, so tomorrow I'll do some more video, tell you a little bit more about actually what happened, because I know I didn't film any of it. I was just so worried about, getting back on the road. But anyway, good night. Okay, so follow-up is we made it all the way to New Hampshire in the car. As you saw, got in really late, but we were successful. I want to talk a little bit more about what happened along the way. I was a little frazzled, so the videos weren't that great. But anyway, the car started overheating and the antifreeze came out of the radiator. Let me show you here. This is the radiator, and I don't know if you can see it, but right along here it cracked, and the antifreeze was just pouring out of there. But with the junkyard radiator, I was able to replace it and make it the 500 miles back home after replacing it. The radiator isn't the best. I think my dad's going to replace it before we give the car to my sister. We ordered a brand new one, so he's going to put that in there. And we already talked to my dad's mechanic, who likes a challenge. In fact, he's the one who got this Jaguar running when it had all these electrical gremlins in it after a winter not being used. But anyway, he's going to work on the convertible top and hopefully get that working, because that's the last thing we need to make this car perfect for my sister. We did show my sister the car and tell her that it's coming her way as soon as we fix these last few things. So she was pretty excited. So overall, success with a couple of little speed bumps along the way. But I gotta say, I'm pretty happy, and I am definitely ready now to get back to the Cutlass and start working on a car without all the electronics and everything. Something simple and old. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.